Sometimes all it takes is a clash between student and teacher, between Padawan and Jedi, between Karate Kid and Kung Fu Master, between KUZAN and GARP, and you can make some magic. And my goodness, the latest episode of One Piece.
Magic.
All it really was between these two was one punch, Saitama style, but they cooked. Woo! They made some damn good magic. Now, you might say, okay, wait a minute. It's really just the focus of one punch between these two. Isn't this the problem with One Piece when it comes to pace? Where the actual real thing to do would be to add anime content that the manga doesn't have, to actually have them trading blows. Like, for example, we see that with Luffy and Rob Lucci, where they add extra fight scene content, but instead, we just have that same scene in the manga version be redone, but we throw in the flashbacks in the middle of that stuff. But hold on now, though. That's good. The flashbacks, when it comes to the pace of the episode itself, they do help bolster that moment. I'm not gonna deny that One Piece pace, it is slow. Yeah, of course. We don't want to have the One Piece episodes catch up to the manga. And even though I don't watch Gintama, they do explain to you what happens when that does happen.
連載中の漫画にアニメが追いついてしまった時、漫画とのリーチを保つため、別ルートを通って遠回りし、再び合流するという作戦だ。
And that's a no-no. However, there was extra content there for sure in the episode itself. Like, you do have San Juan Wolf getting up, where in the manga chapter version that wasn't there, and that was the whole process of Garp actually getting to San Juan Wolf. Then when KUZAN does pull up, he's not fighting immediately, no, but he is standing there, hands in pocket, cold as ice.
Cold as ice! Cold as ice!
So cold, the Cross Guild wanted poster for Garp, 3 billion berries, hits KUZAN's chest and just starts to freeze over. So there is extra added content compared to the manga version, but not just straight throwing hands. In reality, most of the fists that are flying, Hajime no Ippo style, are for the battleship bags. Bro, this episode, I think, cooked. City of the Rain, my goodness. Kobe got caught slipping. We're pirates, remember. While there be one random damsel in distress, so his inner Disney character, LOL. False. Denied. And then City of the Rain, beautiful. It was kind of weird, I won't deny it, it was kind of weird that City of the Rain had his sword uninvisible when he himself is invisible. It kind of defeats the purpose of being invisible. I will not deny that, but it was cool. Yeah. Does it make sense? No. Was it cool? Yeah. And that is the prime reason why eyeballs are glued to the screen. And if you notice, like Queen the Plague in the anime, when Queen was in invisible form, he got a speed boost. And in the anime, it seems like City of the Rain, when he's invisible, gets also a speed boost. Now, to be fair, is that actually a thing? Is that consistent? No. But is it cool? Yeah. So let me give credit where credit is due for the creation of this episode of One Piece. Accreditation for screenplay is Akiko Inoue. And for art, it's Dave or Davey Morato. Animation is Masahiro Kizaki and Tu Young-se. Direction is Sho Matsui. And then storyboard is Toshinori Fukuzawa and Sho Matsui. Some animators of keynote for this episode are Vincent Chansard, obviously, Anthony Nguyen or Guyen, one of those names, I don't know which one, Bahi JD, Mehdi Bengodifa, I think, Tu Young-se again, Jonghyun Junboxi, Jose Reboleso, I believe, Lecri, Ronan Facchini, Levent, Easy Boost, Toshino Deguchi, Antoni Vidal, Hiroshi Shimizu, Ki Zilong, Jonathan Job Nkondo, I think I say that, I could be wrong about that, and I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to pronounce any more names that I just cannot pronounce. So much love for anyone else too that was a part of the creation of this episode of One Piece. Now, a few things that really caught my attention when I was watching the episode was, number one, the impact frames. There are impact frames galore. And there are even these subtle images. Obviously, the KUZAN and the GARP dab it up, slap it up, actually winds up being the cross punch. That was cool. That was actually amazing. But then there were these other moments that were very subtle. KUZAN is rushing towards GARP. And then at first, KUZAN seems to have smoke on his face, and then that glare winds up being the Marine logo. And then it transforms from the Marine logo to the Blackbeard pirate flag. Like, wait, hold on. This is not something you can kind of notice on your first viewing of it. But in this imagery, it's kind of telling you the relationship and the life of KUZAN and GARP, disciple and master through visual stimulus, not just having, let's say, the battleship bags or them talk about it, but they're actually showing it to you in these very subtle ways that if you look for it, they're there. So to me, personally speaking, the visual aesthetics of this episode were in some ways taking snippets of Zoro Piece, episode 1062, and then Sanji Piece, episode 1061. Where in Zoro Piece, you had impact frame after impact frame galore, where it was almost like a treasure trove, like going into Smaug's vaults in Lord of the Rings. Wherever you look in 1062, there's some sort of goodie. There's some sort of gem, like an and it kind of gleams your attention. And then you have bits of Sanji Piece in there, episode 1061, where a lot of the visuals, a lot of the aesthetics are more representative of Sanji's life, of what his bleak future could be. It's almost like works of art where they're not flashy, but the substance and the value of these images of like Sanji standing over and you're seeing the bodies all around him, and this is what he can become if he continues down the path of the Germa, what he has so opposed to be for so much of his life. You kind of get those vibes with, again, KUZAN and GARP 2 through the imagery of KUZAN, what he was, what he is now, and GARP still wanting KUZAN to come back into the fold, but KUZAN determined to be what he is today. And if you notice, another thing that caught my attention was the KUZAN and GARP wind up for their punches, where the animation almost seemed to mimic that of Akihiro Ota, but it was actually done by Tu Young-se, which I thought was very interesting because I remember Tu Young-se was the main person that was aiming the scene with Shanks and the Divine Departure. That includes Shanks' run up to that location to take down Kid. And as far as I recall, he was trying to mimic, or he got someone to try and mimic the style of Ota when Shanks was doing that run up. So while I was watching the episode, I got confused if that was Ota or not. I really did. I also really liked how expressive GARP and KUZAN were when Vijay Chansard had that scene of GARP telling him that, hey, my son became a pirate now and I'm mad. I'm gonna throw papers around. I'm gonna grab you. Teeth is gonna get sharp really quickly. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna grab a drink, some crackers, throw in my mouth real quick. For damn sure, a lot of good snippets here and there. The episode for damn sure, when it comes to these two, they're the stars of the show. And even though I did want extra fight scene content for sure, where we see how KUZAN, he was freezing other people so other people had to get thawed slowly like Hibari. GARP was bloodied when the episode started, showing you that there has been a lot of fighting. There's been a lot of fighting. KUZAN does say, like, all these guys in the area, they can't even scratch GARP's cheeks. These ones, not the lower ones, no diddy. So to me, I thought it would have been a very good time to have way more fight scenes added on there. I personally do have enough confidence in the animation team and most Toei-oriented directors and the storyboarders and so on for Toei on most occasions to add pretty cool and pretty interesting extra fight scene content, because we saw during the Katakuri fight against Luffy, we see it time and time again in Wano country, where when there is added fight scene content, which is, I think, by most fans, a very acceptable way of extending the duration of an episode, thereby maintaining a healthy distance between the anime and the manga. I really did see this being an opportune moment to get that done.
I'm a bit sad.
But that didn't happen. What we did get, which is more true to the manga, I thought was, again, fantastic, to the point where I have a video on this appreciating what they did. So, episode to me, I thought was very, very good. 8 out of 10 for damn sure. If you've seen the trailer for next episode of One Piece, where Kobe's gonna pop off, and it looks like they're not gonna slow down when it comes to the effects, the animation, the intensity of what's about to happen with GARP, with Avalo Pizarro, with Kobe and KUZAN, and so on and so forth. So next episode of One Piece may also get a video too. And let me know your stance, your take on this episode of One Piece. I think they cooked and it was delicious.
Delicious.
And if you do find your boy's content pretty tasty, then of course, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on that bell to join the notification squad. I'm gonna catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
See you. Bye bye.